Yeah, and I have no health.
At least you have 2 rations.
Time to use my little girlfriend.
I like how you can break mid-flight.
Yeah, it's and stay afloat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he figured you got that, motherfucker. Well done.
Yeah. What? I didn't even touch it. Now, the problem with this fight is that you can, like I just did, just stand there and shoot a lot.
Yep.
The problem is, like you can tell with the box in the lower right corner, he like literally riddles them with bullets.
Yep.
So they will drop down and can hit you. Plus, as you progress further into the game, or into the fight, you will start running.
That's
like faster than that. See, now I can see the map. Free race. I got this right in the back.
Come on out.
Hello! Oh.
He figured you out, that bitch.
Senor Dickhead!
This is Nick!
Come out for cojones! Coronas! Coronas, not Coronas.
Come on out.
This is really where you need Tiny Tina.
What?
You need Tiny Tina. Kill him. Make short work of that guy. Go down.
Uh-oh, he's coming for me.
He's like getting really angry with you.
How butthurt are you, Raven? There's something oddly fun with the fact that you can only damage this guy with missiles. He doesn't take any damage from bullets.
Lovely little thing.
See, now he's running.
I noticed.
And he's running like a bat out of hell.
And you don't want him to get close to you.
He's got a fucking minigun. I don't want him like in the same country as me.
What's wrong with miniguns?
It's a fucking minigun.
Miniguns are awesome.
Yeah, if you're holding one.
Or your friends are.
Yeah, not if you are at the receiving end.
That's true.
Come on. Gonna duke it out.
He's coming that way. Seems.
Hey! Oh!
Hey, my querida.
Ay! Hey, but I'm gonna get so close with it. Ah! What?
He had one job.
And I cocked it up. How the fuck could I miss?
Yeah, apparently it wasn't as hard as it seemed. But you didn't aim. That's usually how people miss.
this one. It does.
Of course it
That
does.
was pretty cool.
I suppose he just takes his poison damage. That's all he takes.
Just as the boss said, it is my existence, which is no longer
If he stood against the door I had to go through, I would never pass it.
What?
If he stood against the door I had to go through, I would never
my
pass
body
it.
will not remain in this place. My spirit and my flesh will become one with the ravens. In that way,
I'm butt
to
fucking
Mother
insane!
Earth who bore me. Snake! I'll be watching you. Understand?
Every move you make, every step you take, I'll be watching you. I'm like the Kinect 2.0.
I will open that door.
Why?
Hey, we spoke about it in say early.
Was not
Oh, yeah.
created by nature. You and the boss. You are from another world. A world that I do not wish to know. Go and do battle with him. I will be watching from above. First, I'll give you a hint. The man who you saw die before your eyes.
Which one of them?
There's been a few.
What is it?
But that was you.
That was not the DARPA chief.
Remember we had a big thing where we wondered who that was?
A member
Yeah.
of Foxhound.
That's Decoy Octopus.
Ooh.
Remember he had
was
such
a
a
master
huge
of
hard-on
disguise.
for asking you whether or not
copied
you had
his
been told
subjects
stuff about
down
the
to the
Pentagon,
blood.
how to disarming it and stuff. He was simply trying to gather
So he
information.
drained the chief's blood and took it into himself. But he wasn't able to deceive the Angel of Death.
The Angel of Death.
So that's also why DARPA Chief was in the
And the
Why
cell
could
rotting.
so
in the
much
cell,
trouble?
yeah, and also why we
Why
heard
impersonate the
Liquid say
chief?
it and that he had killed him, like just as we
That
went
is
out.
the end of my hint. You must solve the rest of the riddle yourself. Snake, in the natural world, there's no such thing as boundless slaughter. There's always an end to it. But you are different.
What are you trying
That
to
must
say?
be so
The
fucking.
path you walk on
painful.
has no end. Each step you take is paved with the corpses of your enemies. Their souls will haunt you forever. You shall have no peace. Hear me, Snake. My spirit will be watching you.
Just a skin left.
I think that's really cool.
Now can we pick up his gun?
No, unfortunately not.
Damn.
Snake, it's me.
Master.
It's about Naomi. Turn your monitor off.
What about Naomi? Colonel, is
You
Naomi
know,
there?
you would probably
she's
say
away.
turn your monitor
She's taking
off
a short
before
nap.
talking about what it's concerning.
So what is this about Naomi?
Okay, maybe we'd better let the Colonel hear this too.
Yeah. Go on, Master.
Well, basically, Dr. Naomi Hunter is not Dr. Naomi Hunter at all.
What?
I thought her story of her background sounded kind of fishy, so I
She's
checked it
liquid?
out. And
Yeah, she's liquid
there
in
is
high
an
heels.
actual Dr. Naomi Hunter, or I should say, there was one. But she's not the woman we know. The real Naomi Hunter disappeared somewhere in the Middle East. Our Naomi must have somehow obtained her identification papers.
So then who is she really?
She must be some kind of spy.
A spy?
I love how he
Yes.
has like this
Maybe
pause.
she's
Like,
been
she
sent
must
to
be some kind
sabotage
of.
this operation.
Are you saying she's... I don't want to believe it either, but she is working for Fox.
Yeah.
So you think she had a part in the uprising?
Or she could be working with some different group altogether.
Like the
Different
NSA.
group. It couldn't be.
Place her under arrest.
She's Snowden.
She's betrayed us. She needs to be arrested and interrogated to find out who she's with.
If she's one of their spies, then we're in big trouble.
What do you mean?
Oh, spaghetti!
Nothing.
Have you let her in on some kind of vital secret or something?
Oh no, she's
Does
not.
this have anything to do with the mysterious deaths of the DARPA chief and the Arms Tech president?
I have no idea.
Anyway, we cannot allow her to participate any further in this mission.
Wait a minute. Without her, we can't complete this mission.
I'll put a
I
little
knew it.
ticker in
You're
at the
hiding
video.
something.
Give me some
Just
time. I'll try to
prove
get it
what
out of her.
I was.
Hurry then. We've got to figure
I'm
out who
talking
she
about
is and
that.
what she's doing here.
I
I
understand.
will probably forget.
Snake, give me some time.
With the ticker
I
or talk
don't have
about
any
it?
time left for you.
Both.
I'll try and remind you. If I can remember. So now you have a level 7 card. 11. And 3 chef grenades. That's a lot of guns. That's a bucket load of gun cameras.
That's a fuck ton.
It's like they really don't want you to get through here.
I can't blame them. You can actually, with a Stinger missile, you can actually blow them all up.
Oh.
Don't know why you would do that when you got a chaff grenade, but hey.
It's waste of a good stinger.
Okay, and now we find out why there was all that security.
The Metal Gear.
The Metal Gear.
The Metal Gear.
Look
So,
at that thing.
it looks like some sort of BattleTech mech without arms.
It looks like a boss in Titanfall.
Actually, yes.
That game looks so fucking
Oh,
amazing.
Yeah, it does. That was a real good surprise.
Like I'm like one of the few people
Yeah,
who like.
thanks to the
Oh,
stealth
not-
gear.
Let me try that one again. I'm one of the many people who hates all the first-person shooters we get these days.
Right in front of Metal Gear, but
But
it's strange.
god damn, that looked
There's
amazing.
nobody here.
Yeah, there are very,
No
very
guards,
few
nobody
first-person shooters
patrolling.
nowadays that
It's
actually
too quiet.
are interesting.
Maybe because they're
And that one
already-
looked really good.
They
Also,
said they even
although
input
I
the
will
power
give Battlefield 4 that
What
look.
should I do?
What we can
When
do
that
is
building
use
went
the
down,
override system
I
that
was
President Baker
jizzing
told
all
you about.
over.
But I've only
I
got
was getting
one of
a
the
real
3
hard on
keys,
by then.
and besides that, like Ocelot said, there's
but yeah.
some trick to using the keys.
I like Titanfall 2 because it was a good. It wasn't the typical anime
I'm in
mech.
the computer
Yeah,
room
it
right
was like
now.
a big,
I'm trying to
like when
access
they
Baker's
drop from
private
those
files.
airships or whatever,
Yeah.
and they come down,
You need a password.
fucking dust. It's like a small explosion. That's what it's supposed to be
Well,
like.
A mech, in my opinion, is supposed to be like BattleTech mechs or Mech Warrior
I don't
mechs
know yet.
first,
I'll give it a try.
which is
I'm counting
what
on
they're
you.
somewhat trying to copy here, while making them a little more agile, which is fine.
Yeah.
As long as they can't dance around like Gundam mechs and stuff like that. That's just silly, in my opinion.
They need to be big and bulky.
Big, bulky weapons of mass destruction.
Of ass destruction.
Yep. So since we're now seeing the Metal Gear, I suppose we're getting close to the end of this game.
We're actually not all that far from it.
Well,
There are a lot of backtracking back and forth here because
It's me
it,
again.
right now it's throwing you
Not bad. I just
a
got past
question.
the third security.
Like
He
it's
was a
giving you
pretty
riddles
careful
here,
guy.
so you need to
Do you
think
think you'll
them
break in
through.
soon?
I never met a system I couldn't bust into.
Okay.
See,
keep
guys,
trying.
this is what a real friend is. One who pours your glass full of coke.
that's what I'm here for. That and learning this history. But yeah. But no, again, E3, wow. That was so much good stuff. And I can't even remember half of it now.
Neither can I.
Oh, by the way, the new, you remember I was going absolutely bonkers crazy over the Rabbids TV show.
Yeah?
It's gotten a release date.
What?
I believe it was September. IGN reported it the other day.
I get why you're excited. I'm not, but
It's 30 minutes episode. It reminds me of old school Cartoon Network. It's because it's that bunker silly.
which is something I missed. I'll give it that.
Yeah. And DuckTales got a release date 13th of August in North America. And according to the sites I've read, they haven't given it a date for the rest of the world yet.
Snake.
Nor for
Got past security.
the retail version,
Great.
but
So what do you got?
other people
I
are
accessed
listing it as being the same as
confidential
the
Metal Gear file.
American
So
one.
what about the PAL override system that Baker talked about? I haven't
And
found
that is
it
the game
yet.
I look forward
That's
to.
what I need to know.
But
Woo!
Snake, I found something else.
What?
The secret behind the new nuclear weapon. Just as I thought, the nuclear warhead is designed to be fired from the railgun like a projectile. It doesn't use fuel, so it isn't considered a missile. That way it can get around all sorts of international treaties.
Pretty sneaky.
So it's basically
Yes,
like
but
a
effective.
bullet
And that's not
nuclear
even
warhead.
the scariest
Oh.
thing about this weapon.
Oh, I can't
It's a
wait to hear
railgun
this.
Yeah,
with
It's a
nuclear
stealth
warheads.
weapon.
You mean it won't show up on radar?
Yeah.
And
The
that
truth
is
they've been working
one of
on
the
stealth
things that makes
missiles
Metal
since the
Gear
late
scary.
70s.
Why
Then
weren't they
it
able to
doesn't show up
develop
on
one
radar.
until now?
They
Because of
only
the
really
missile
have
rocket
as
propulsion
countermeasures.
system.
Again,
It would
Well,
be picked up by
again,
enemy
a
satellites.
rail-fired bullet,
But
basically
unlike
bullet
a missile,
nuclear
the
weapon,
railgun
wouldn't show up on a
doesn't burn any
radar
propellant,
because it
so it
doesn't
can't
leave
be detected by
the
any current
the heat
ballistic
traces
missile
that
detection
radar
systems.
normally
An invisible
does that, goes
nuclear
for.
warhead.
Yeah, but now also
Totally
Metal Gear
impossible to
doesn't show up on
intercept.
the radar.
And on
That
top of
is
that,
creepy.
it's got a surface-piercing warhead designed to penetrate hardened underground bases.
We learned that lesson in the Gulf War.
Yep.
This thing could mean the end of the world.
It's the ultimate weapon.
And they're not far from it.
Nope.
It avoids the problem.
It's funny actually. I had a
reduction
talk,
and
talk the
nuclear
other day about
inspections.
it with a friend
Colonel,
about
is this
nuclear
true?
weapons in
Are you
general.
listening?
And it's funny to look back at the
I'm
Cold
listening.
War and just
If
a
word
few
of this
years,
got out,
the first
it could
few
delay
years
the
after
signing of
Cold
the
War.
START 3 treaty and cause a
cons-
huge international
and
incident.
seeing how afraid
Yeah,
people
it would
really
be
were of
nasty.
nuclear weapons,
The United States would
Considering
be denounced by the UN. It
that
could
in
even bring the
reality
president
nuclear
down.
weapons aren't
Did you
really
know
dangerous.
this, Colonel? I'm
From the
sorry.
perspective as a civilian,
won't make any
they aren't dangerous
excuses.
because what
Snake,
nation
listen to
would
me.
dare to fire
This new
one?
nuclear weapon.
The
It's
first
never
nation that
actually
fires a
been
nuclear
tested,
weapon in
only
conflict
simulated.
nowadays,
They ran a
Yes,
computer
what?
model.
well, will get tenfold back.
That's why they were conducting this exercise.
Obviously,
They
there are
needed to
nations
get
that shouldn't,
actual
nations that shouldn't have
experimental
nuclear
data to
weapons,
back up
such
the
as North
simulation.
Korea or
What
Iran,
were the results of the exercise?
slightly crazy
Looks like it went better than they
regions of
hoped
the world.
for,
But
I
even
can't
if they
find the
fired
data
one,
anywhere on this network. You'd think the
it
data
would,
as
yeah, it would
important as that
devastate a
would be
good,
carefully recorded.
large area.
was.
But
President
imagine
Baker gave me an
what
optical
would be
disc with all
thrown
of the test
back
data.
against it.
What?
And like North
You still
Korea
have
would
it?
pretty much just
No.
be turned into
Oslo
New
took it
America
from
Lake.
me.
Even if North
The
Korea
terrorists
wouldn't
have
get,
replaced
say
the
they
dummy
fired one
warhead
against
with a real warhead.
some part of
Once
Western
they
ally,
input the detonation codes,
even
they
if
should
they
be ready to
if the
launch.
Western nations
So you
didn't
think
use
they can do it?
nuclear weapons against
Well,
North
the dummy
Korea,
warhead was
they would
designed to be
carpet
identical
bomb
to
the
the real thing,
country
so I think so.
Did you find out how to
to
override
to
it
New
yet?
America Lake.
Not yet. It must be in a separate
but,
file.
nuclear
Right now
weapons
I'm looking through all of
is
Baker's
a
personal files.
deterrent,
We're
and
counting on
honestly,
you.
I don't see them as any use in warfare anymore because all the big powerful nations have nuclear weapons. Nobody dares to throw one.
And thank God for that.
Absolutely, I wouldn't like a nuclear holocaust. I certainly wouldn't.
Well, Fallout.
Well, all right. If I can get a bunker, now the only thing I really see nuclear weapons being used for in the future would be far out, or similar weapons would be far out in the future whenever humanity establishes some sort of solar system spanning empire-ish thing with starships and stuff. It might be used as a ship-to-ship weapon on major ships.
Did you find it?
Apart from that, I
I
don't really
haven't
see
found
what you
out
can
about
use
the
nuclear
override
weapons for
system
more.
yet, but I found Baker's ulterior motive.
It's funny to see how afraid people are of them.
Well, that's part of it.
Obviously,
Arms
a stealth
tech is in
nuclear
much
weapon
worse financial
is
trouble
a
than I
whole
thought.
different.
I know they lost their
Yeah,
bid to
because
make
then
the
you
next
then
generation
you actually
fighter
can
jets.
fire a
That
nuke
plus the
without
reduction
it
in
coming
SDI
back.
spending.
Yeah.
It looks like there was even
Obviously,
some talk of a
what I'm
hostile
saying is not
takeover.
counting terrorists.
Everything was riding on this project, I guess.
Because obviously
Looks
a
like we were
terrorist
paying
getting
a
hold
lot
of
of bribe money to the
a
DARPA
nuclear weapon
Bribe money, huh?
doesn't.
And Baker was a big
Well,
proponent
you can't
of the
really
nuclear
hit a
deterrent theory.
terrorist group
So
back with a
anyway,
nuclear
what
weapon,
about the override?
Just give me a little bit
without hitting
longer.
a lot of civilians, probably.
But actually, now that I think about it, with that line of thought, like the way that you would return tenfold with the nukes that you shoot, if you use the Metal Gear like this, you can actually be very, very clever about it. Like, say that you want Korea and America off the map. Then you take the Metal Gear, put it in Korea, fire a nuke, let it be traced somehow, I don't know, and then you like sort of make a nuclear strike from Korea to America. America gets hit by a nuke, and then they go, oh shit, Korea fired a nuke at us, and then they blow the shit up.
Should I set it for
One-
Chernobyl, Russia?
Two flies with one stone.
Yeah,
No,
but again,
there's been a
it's,
change. The new target
well-
is Lock Nord China.
Yeah, but
Why, boss?
nuclear weapons.
I'm sure neither
interesting
you nor
concept,
Mr.
good gun,
Galukovich would
great
really like to see a
explosions,
nuclear bomb
brutal,
dropped on your
brutal
mother,
weapon.
right?
not really efficient.
But why?
And
There's nothing there.
Wrong. It's a nuclear test site.
A nuclear test site?
If we nuke a major population center, the game's over. But a nuclear explosion at a test site can still be concealed from the public. Meanwhile, Washington will be worried about the retaliatory strike from China.
That'll probably mean top-secret talks between both countries' leaders.
Of course. And in the process, the president will be forced to divulge the existence of a new and highly destabilizing nuclear weapon to the Chinese. What do you think that will do to the US's reputation? Or the president's?
And with the CTBT, that means that China and India. I see.
Yes. When the other countries hear about this new weapon, they'll all want to contact us. Washington won't be very happy when we start selling their
They
own
all want to
system
contact them and get
highest
them high
bidders.
fives.
Yes. The president will break. He will give in to our demands.
Big Boss's DNA and $1 billion.
$1 billion. That money will be used to cure our genome soldiers as well. I'm also including the Fox dye vaccine in our demands.
Fox dye. It killed Octopus and the Armstech president. So it's true that it affects older people first. Mantis might not have been affected because he wore a mask.
Wolf wasn't infected either. Perhaps due to those tranquilizers she always took.
Something to do with the adrenaline level in the blood. Or maybe it's just because this Fox dye was still experimental and they haven't worked out all the bugs yet.
In any case, have you heard from your friend, Colonel Sergei Galukovich, at the Spetsnaz?
He still has doubts about the ability
I love
of
how
Metal
we are
Gear.
both enthralled
Said we
with
can
this
talk
at this
after
moment.
Yeah.
See, none of us is actually talking.
He's a very prudent
Yeah, sorry,
man.
that's just boring.
There's nothing to
with
worry
Let's
about.
play, but
The Colonel
sorry.
wants Metal Gear and a
This
new
is interesting.
nuclear weapon so bad he can taste it. If Russia wants to regain its position as a military superpower, they need to reinforce their nuclear arsenal. They need a nuclear weapon that
Or they
can
need
be
Putin.
intercepted. Metal Gear will allow them to gain
I
first
can't
strike
hear
capability
Putin without
over the
thinking
rest of the world.
They're regular
Well,
armies
he's
and
done that
shelters,
too.
and they think they can restore their country's
He's
military
giving
power
up
with
poop
nuclear
day.
weapons.
He's the Russian Berlusconi, except he doesn't get overruled by his people.
But he's the one who gave us the Hind and most of our other heavy firepower.
Berlusconi was.
He's got over 1,000 soldiers under his
Ah,
command.
fair.
If we join forces, we can put up quite a resistance here. Since Mantis died, the German soldiers' brainwashing has started to wear off. I'm worried about the men's morale. An alliance with the Russians would boost that as well.
What do you say?
We're not going anywhere. We're going to dig in here.
We could still escape.
We've got the most powerful weapon ever made, and we're about to ally with Galukovich's forces.
Are you going to fight the whole world?
What's wrong with that? We can launch a nuclear warhead at any target on this planet. A nuclear warhead invisible to radar. And on top of that, this base is full of spare nuclear warheads. Once we
They
get
can
the
fire
DNA
a
and
bunch
the
of
money,
them.
the world will be
Now, a
ours.
stealth nuclear
What about your
warhead,
promise to Colonel Galukovich?
again, in the hands of
I have
terrorists
no
like
interest in
those.
the revival
That is
of
a
Mother
scary
Russia.
thing.
You're not thinking of
really
reviving Big
fucking
Boss's
straight.
dream.
Yeah.
Today, call this place Outer Heaven.
Dun, dun, dun.
Big Boss's dream. But boss, you're not worried about the PAL being overridden. If the code is in it again, it'll be deactivated.
No need to worry. The DARPA chief and the Architect President are both dead.
Does Snake know how the override system works?
You interrogated him, don't you know?
He didn't have any keys on him.
Good.
Well, actually, I
Then
did.
stop Metal Gear now.
By the way, what should we do with that woman? Want me to kill her?
Let her live. She's Campbell's niece, and Snake cares for her. We'll keep her as our ace in the hole.
Meryl, she's alive.